Hey, UK friends, we are so excited to get the opportunity to just teach you guys a little bit more about who we are. And we have three videos, hopefully, that you'll watch. And this first one's just about who we are. And then down the line, you're going to learn a little bit more about what we do if you're interested, and then about how you can do it with us as well. But really, the best part of this entire coaching opportunity and why we're so excited that it's coming to the UK for you to experience as well is the awesome community that we've built and the people that we've become along the way. So to get you just introduced to who we are, where we came from, how we didn't start out where we are today when we first found out about Beachbody, we're going to tell you a little bit about our stories in just a short format today, and hopefully along the way you'll get to know us better. So Megan's going to share first about how she was introduced to Beachbody herself.
Hey guys, when I first started with Beachbody a few years ago, I was desperately looking for a solution. I had recently moved, and even though I had some weight loss prior to that move, some unforeseen circumstances, I got diagnosed with spinal tumors and was really struggling with chronic back pain at just the age of 24. So, not ever really understanding a balance of nutrition and wellness and serving my body really well to begin with, throwing in some pain medications, not able to exercise or anything, the weight started to creep back on, and I needed a solution. The gym wasn't quite serving me well because I didn't know what exercises to do. I was pretty clueless, and things were just aggravating my back more. And again, like I said, I didn't understand nutrition. I had moved, I didn't have support and accountability, so I was struggling. So I was introduced to Beachbody, and I said, hey, what do I have to lose at this point? I was desperate for a solution. So I began with a program called the 21-Day Fix. It was just 3 weeks, short enough to see some really amazing results and start to create this shift in my mind that I could actually do this, that I didn't have to settle for where I was. And the really cool part was that in the program, they have another participant who is modifying workouts. So they're essentially breaking down, maybe they're doing a burpee, maybe they're doing something that's high impact, jumping or whatnot, and they have somebody on there that's taking it down a step to meet you exactly where you were. And for me and my back, I needed that. I needed it simplified. I needed it low impact so that I was gonna sweat and feel really great and build strength and toning without causing excruciating pain. And then, of course, the nutrition program that comes with it. So I fell in love with it. I started to enjoy the accountability that was presented to me online and have this, this really strong community of women uplifting me, supporting me, encouraging me, especially on my hardest days. And it started to just kind of pour out of me. I was a nurse. I still am a nurse, so I was working full time. My coworkers started to see that change. They started to see that shift, not just in my weight loss, but in my energy and my mood. I wasn't falling asleep at work or on the way to work anymore, working 12 to 14 hours a day. So through sharing my journey, just by talking about it with my coworkers when they're saying, what the heck are you doing? Or, sharing it on social media, I just kind of started to ease into that. Other women started to join me, whether they had back pain or they didn't, and we started to team up together. And through that, I was able to start building an income, which totally blew my mind. But I was able to walk away from the overtime that I was picking up at the hospital, which in turn was killing my back at the same time. So I was able to then help serve people. I love to serve. I'm a nurse. I love to be able to help other people. And now I was able to do it from home, sharing my journey and in the comfort of my couch. And in turn, a couple years later, was able to walk away from that really demanding physical job and take a pay cut to go to a different hospital that was able to serve me better in my needs more physically. And now moving forward with what I've been able to build and share and how I've been able to inspire over the last couple of years, still moving forward on my pain journey with my back. is a future where I'll be able to retire from nursing and be able to still completely support and promote wellness and health with freedom and with comfort from my house, and still being able to have that fulfillment for myself. So I'm incredibly grateful for taking that leap of faith in the beginning and how the doors opened and created this amazing opportunity. And now I get to surround myself with these amazing women, and hopefully you guys too. So now we'll go over to Melissa as she shares a little bit about her story too.
Awesome. Thanks, Megan. Yeah, so just to share a little bit with you about how I started with Beachbody and coaching. I had a lot of weight to lose. I just had my third child, and I was about 2 months postpartum when I was introduced to Beachbody fitness programs, and also to the shake, which I love and drink every day, called Shakeology. And I was, just kind of at a low point with confidence and just not feeling good about my post baby, body, just feeling out of shape and tired and run down. And I knew that I really needed something. I needed to do something that I could do from home. And I wanted to do something healthy. I didn't want just a quick fix. So I was introduced to Beachbody and this awesome nutritional program. And I really wanted to do it, but my concern was I didn't know if I could afford it. And it was a little bit of a stretch for me at first. I didn't, think that it would fit into my budget, but I realized after I went ahead and did it, I said, I've just got to try this. Something's got to give, and I've got to, do this and just see how it works. So I went ahead and I spent the money that first month. And I got hooked up with the 21-day fix, which is an awesome program. And I also started Shakeology, and that replaced my one meal for me every day. So by following the nutritional plan, which I wasn't eating out as much, and also drinking Shakeology, which helped me make better choices, not going, like I said, not going out to eat, and not, spending money on food elsewhere besides at home, I actually found that I saved money. So that was really cool because that was my big concern. I didn't know if I could afford it. And now looking back, I don't feel like I could afford not to do this every month, because it's just something that has been awesome for me. I feel so much better. I have energy. I've lost the weight. And so I definitely feel like it's been an investment in myself. And not to mention, I've met some awesome people. I have an awesome team that I'm a part of. So it's just been the best money that I've spent on myself, and I haven't looked back. So I hope you guys will learn more about the products with us and about Shakeology, because I think you'll feel the same way as well.
That's so true, Melissa. I felt the same way, and I had a lot of friends who were doing different at-home businesses, and when I heard how much money they were spending to start them, I was like, oh my gosh, I couldn't believe it. So this is awesome that we get to invest in ourselves and also begin a business at the same time. And I really found that, Beachbody is such a blessing, and it's funny because it was something that I had never heard of before and almost came across by accident. I was always interested in health and eating healthier for the most part. I wasn't always perfect. But, I thought it would be cool to do someday, incorporate that as a hobby or as, maybe even my full-time job. But I didn't have a lot of time to go back to school. I didn't want to invest in, a lot of loans and things like that. And I also just had a lot going on in my life too. At the point that I was introduced to the coaching opportunity, I was working. I had a 1-year-old, so I was following him around our house all the time, taking care of him. We had just bought a new house. We were fixing that up. And then, my husband worked out of town all the time, and he was going to school full time when he was home. So there was just a lot, on my plate, and I couldn't imagine adding anything else in. But, fate just stepped in, and I got connected with this awesome community of women who were all just, working to be a little bit healthier every day and happier, and nobody was perfect, and we were supporting each other no matter what, and just sharing and the struggles and the successes and being real in this little online group I was part of. And, I found that I was able to, increase my energy by following like some of the nutrition guidelines. I thought I knew what healthy eating was before I began this. And then when I really learned more about like the right ratios of whole foods to be using and incorporated some superfoods and things like that, my energy was much higher. And I realized like, okay, now that I feel so much better because of this, I actually have more time in my day because I'm not sleeping all the time or wishing I was sleeping or, laying on the couch because I was too tired to get up and play with my son. And that's when I was like, okay, I can take a little bit of time to invest back into my friends and family and help them feel better too. And there's nothing, more amazing in life than getting to impact others and pay that forward to somebody else. So I began coaching and I just kind of fit it into little pockets of time throughout my day, a couple of minutes before I went into work in the morning or on my lunch break or in the evening when my son went to bed. It was like my fun, like little happy hour that I got to go and hang out with my friends virtually online like this or check into groups. And, mainly as coaches, we're just sharing on social media, like our own journey, the ups and the downs and, reaching out to other people who could use that help and support through the wonders of the internet where we can connect with everyone, which is also crazy because I was not on social media before I became a coach. So no worries if that's not your specialty, doesn't have to be. And then we just help people, others who we can support through an online group to, get into healthier routines and habits with their workouts or their fitness and just meet them wherever they are and encourage them and motivate them and support them. So, it was a huge eye-opener for me to realize that I was capable of doing so much more and being more effective with my time. And I saw the long-term vision and realized that this was like my passion and I wanted to do this full-time and make it my career. So I stepped up my game a little bit and I worked a little bit harder and I took nap times, became my work time in the afternoons when I was home with my son. And I was able to leave my job. I worked in human resources to become a coach full time. And now I get to stay home with my son and have even more time freedom. And it's been such a blessing. I could never have imagined that this would be my life, but now I can't imagine my life without it.
Oh, it makes me smile ear to ear when I hear these stories. And for me, guys, I've been a coach for a little over 4 years now. And when I first started all of this, I have to share that I was already in fitness and nutrition. I didn't have weight to lose per se. I own a group fitness studio. I teach fitness classes. And at the time I was pursuing my master's in nutrition, I was about halfway through my program when Beachbody was introduced to me. And I thought, I don't need this. I don't need a fitness and nutrition solution. I don't need a business to help people. I'm already helping people at my gym. And I thought, like, what this Beachbody stuff is silly. I don't need it. And I was so wrong. So if you're somebody who is in fitness and nutrition already, or maybe you don't have weight to lose, I want you to know that Beachbody could be the biggest blessing that you don't even know exists in your life. For me, Beachbody allowed me to reach far beyond my local community, to be talking to people like you in the UK right now, extend my reach to help more and more people attain healthier lifestyles, lose weight, and also earn an income equal to the impact I was making for changing lives. And that was huge. I can't believe to this day that we get paid for doing what we do, where I get to talk to my best girlfriends here that I met through the coaching opportunity. I get to spend my time pouring into people and loving on them. And I was able to make fitness my full-time thing. So for me, I owned a gym, yes, and I was getting my master's in nutrition, but my initial career was in dental hygiene. I was a dental hygienist and I was working full-time as a dental hygienist, running my gym full-time, volunteering at my church. I had a 7-month-old and I had to spread myself thin and not be as present in my daughter's life and do the things that didn't light my soul on fire to be able to afford to do the things I wanted to do. Through the coaching opportunity, I was able to leave my career as a dental hygienist and now earn more than I ever could have made as a dental hygienist. And that was my initial why, what we call in this business, the reason why we want to work and why we want to change people's lives. My initial why was to be able to do fitness full time and help people full time. And then my why became I didn't want to miss a beat in my daughter's life. And I get to be the one that picks her up from preschool and drops her off at preschool and goes and volunteers for every preschool field trip. That's what I get to do because of coaching. And now my why today is training and mentoring others, just like Courtney shared, to be able to grow an income equal to their impact, be able to leave their jobs and live their life by design if that's their desire, or to work this as a side job or hobby to allow them to travel the world if that's what they want to do, or to, in a nutshell, create the life that maybe you never thought was possible, could be possible through this opportunity. But this is just a small glimpse into the stories of our community, all the different women and men on our team who have changed their lives because of Beachbody. And I hope that we get to watch you change your life with Beachbody too. But if this community interests you, I want you to know that we're in the top 0.01% of coaches. Our team has been an elite team before, and we have everything you need to be successful in this business. So if you're interested in learning more about what we do as coaches, how we earn an income, and how you can do it too, make sure you reach out to the coach who directed you to this video, and we will teach you more of our tricks and invite you to join our community. Have a great day, and we'll see you later. Bye.